Hi, this is Alex Kuza, and welcome in the Artificial Intelligence and Product Strategy podcast. Today, I would like to talk a little bit about the topic, which is business capabilities for successful data monetization. Data monetization is huge and getting bigger as companies are collecting a lot of data, which can be eventually monetized. And that monetization doesn't need to be about additional revenue. It can be indirect or direct monetization. The difference between indirect and direct monetization I explained in my one of my previous podcasts. Today I would like to focus on the business capabilities. Um, Ideally, I would like to mention today three several elements of successful data monetization. First one I would like to talk about is is what successful data monetization requires, as it requires several types of roles depending on the context and type of the information offering. That roles are super important from this successful data monetization point of view. First role that is critical, it's data management professionals. uh, Usually, those are people that are looking after ensuring that data is high quality and compliant. Speaking about data quality, it's a very popular topic nowadays, and there's so much resources, so many different resources around to study. But basically, we're talking about the quality of data that is necessary for a specific exercise. What I mean a specific exercise is a different quality is required for machine learning and deep learning, for supervised, unsupervised, or just simple regression. So data quality is something we feel that the data needs to be a high quality data. We feel that we can explain that by the intuition, but at the same time, the question is which exercise we want to conduct and how that exercise influence the data quality. And as I mentioned before, if we are going to work with machine learning, deep learning, or any other techniques, the data quality will be a little bit different. But this podcast is not about data quality, it's about the successful data monetization elements. So, first one is a team that will be able to solve that data quality puzzle and also compliance. Compliance, it's a great example would be, for instance, FDA or HIPAA compliant, that we are sure that we can process that data and we meet that requirements that are defined by law. The second asset that we need to have is developers and designers. Those people are important when the information offering requires good user interfaces, user experience, as user and customer journey, and obviously technical engineers. Those people are looking after security, cost-efficient networks and infrastructures that needs to be built as a part of the information offering. The good example will be those people are able to answer a question, should we go with Microsoft Azure or maybe we should go with something different? We should consider AWS as our cloud provider or maybe Google Cloud. So that's those three people, those three skill types like data management, developers and designer, technical engineers are building a condition number one for successful data monetization. The second element is appropriate platform for data monetization offering. This is very critical for both user compatibility and cost efficiency. The requirements of the platform depends on the type of information offering. So for instance, if we are going to look after image recognition or text recognition, probably AWS will be a good solution. But if we need something very popular and scalable, maybe a Google Cloud will be different, especially if you want to work with documents, text, and this kind of opportunities. So that's the second element, very critical for successful data monetization. And the third one is perception of the customer existing, evolving, and future needs are also a key for successful and sustainable data monetization. The primary reason behind that is that it allows organizations to develop information offerings that continually address important problems and decisions for the customer. And here we have two elements: deep domain expertise and customer interaction. Deep domain expertise knowledge is through hiring employees who have previously worked in the domain or even for the customer, or training current employees on the domain. One of the important question will be example could be a supply chain. If you want to make a difference in the supply chain, for instance, by automating orders and sending trucks in a different order that it was done before, by predicting the routes, we need somebody who spent substantial time in a supply and chain and logistic industry to make sure that that person can provide those insight knowledge that help to streamline the work and redesign the processes and build predictions. At the same time, we cannot achieve that successful data monetization without a customer interaction. So together with domain expertise, it would be great to have in a team a person that can design experiments, go at the front and at the edge, talk to customers and pick up the specific type of experiments. If it's going to be a survey, customer interviews, or maybe building a demo, minimum viable product, or just conducting Wizard of Oz experiment, that's another factor that will be handled by people that are fluent in interacting with customers and getting the feedback. So for today, I would like to summarize that quickly, that those three elements are super critical for successful data monetization. Let me quickly repeat them. First one is a team of data management developers and data management professionals, developers, designers, technical engineers. Second element is appropriate platform, depends on the goal of the data monetization strategy. And the third one is domain expertise and customer interaction expertise. So thank you so much for today. I hope to talk to you soon and take care. Bye-bye.